All right, so everyone, we are going to start with the discussion about assignment 4.1. And I want, first of all, you people to tell me how many of you have actually tried the questions of assignment 4.1. You can just drop a message in the chat, or you can tell otherwise. You can just unmute yourself and speak up. You all are quiet, so should I believe that you have not seen it at all? Okay, Nisha has tried. Good. Rupinder has tried. Nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, Jasmine has also tried. Dilpreet have. Okay, good. Good. Moninder has. Okay. Okay, so I believe many of you have tried it. So let me get back to that. Right, students. So we have question number 1. I'm going to take them up one by one. How will the magnetic field intensity at the center of a circular coil carrying current change if the current through the coil is double and the radius is halved? Students, before I get into it, I need to know what is the formula that I'll be needing. See, students, we know the formula for magnetic field at the center of a circular coil is given by mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi I upon R. And if there were n number of turns, then it will become 2 pi Ni upon R, right? So question is, at the center of the circular coil, we need to find how will the magnetic field intensity at the center of a circular coil change when the current through the coil is double and the radius is halved. So what I have been told, the value of current has been doubled. I need to make 2I instead of I. And at the same time, what do I need to do? I need to radius of the coil is halved, and I need to make radius changing to R by 2. So radius has been halved and current has been doubled, right? So this is what we have. Somebody named Shagundeep has joined. Who is this Shagundeep? Anji? Hello? Who is this? Okay, Arshpreet cannot connect. All right, students, are you all able to listen to me? बाकी किसी को तो नहीं problem आ रही कुछ?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, बेटे सारे time से आया करो. You see, you are already late. Those who are reaching now. Okay. So students, we were discussing about magnetic field of the circular coil. So what we know that current has been doubled and the radius has been halved. The question is find out the change in magnetic field. So what do? I consider the new value of magnetic field where I not upon 4 pi 2 pi. Instead of I, now I have I dash, and instead of R, now I have R dash, because both of these things have changed. So mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi. Instead of I have to use I dash, where I dash is double the value of I. And instead of R, I need to use R dash, where R dash is half the value of R. So what happened? this r will go in the numerator and 2 into 2 will become 4 times. So it is 4 times mu naught upon 4 pi into 2 pi into I upon r, right? So this is what do I have at the place of magnetic field, and I have learned that it will become 4 times the original value. So this quantity was the original value of magnetic field, and now it has become 4 times, right? So it was quite simple. If somebody is still having a doubt, can ask. Yes, if somebody is still having a doubt, can ask. Otherwise, I move on to next question. Okay, so come to next. Next is consider a tightly wound 100-ton coil of radius 10 centimeter carrying a current of 1 ampere. What is the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center of the coil, right? So again, same formula will be used. We need to find out what will be the magnetic field in this particular case, right? I've been told that there are 100 turns and the radius is given to be 10 centimeter and the current is told to be 1 ampere, right? So keeping all those things in my mind, I need to find out the expression for the magnetic field, right? So let us just move towards that. Students, as long as जब तक आपको ये बोला गया है कि magnetic field at the center of the circular coil है, formula same ही रहेगा, mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi I upon r. लेकिन अगर यहाँ पे उसकी एक्सिस के ऊपर कोई पॉइंट हो जाए, then the formula will entirely change, right? स्टूडेंट्स, आई बिलीव कि आप लोगों ने जो पहले 3 सेशन थे, सेशन 4.1, 2 एंड 3, I believe you all have seen those sessions carefully. उसमें सारा कंटेंट आपका दिया हुआ है, जहां पे हमने बार्ट-सेविट्स लॉ को यूज करते हुए मैग्नेटिक फील्ड फाइंड किया था at the center of the circular coil as well as at a point on the axis of the circular coil, right? So I assume you all have seen those sessions carefully. तो उसको जो expressions हैं उन्हीं को mind में रखते हुए we are going to move forward. Okay, now come to question number 2. So the formula which I'm going to use is the same, mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi I upon r, right? So this is what do we have. Now what I'm told, now see students, the expression, the value of mu naught upon 4 pi is 10 raised to the power minus 7 into 2 pi into current. Current is given to be, certain amount has been given, I think it was 1 ampere. Yes, the current was given to be 1 ampere divided by what I'm told, that there are certain number of turns also. So if there are certain number of turns, then what do I need to do? I need to multiply it with that number, and then I need to divide, and the division will be with 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter means 10 raised to power minus 1 meter. Okay, so once I simplify this one, so B will be equal to 10 raised to power minus 7. 2 powers are here, plus 2. This is minus 1, which will come in the numerator and will become plus 1 into 2 pi, right? So I have magnetic field equals to 2 pi into 10 raised to power minus, this will become 3 and 3 will be reduced from this, so it will become minus 4. 2 into pi will be 6.28 into 10 raised to power minus 4, and this will answer, this answer will be in Tesla, where Tesla is the SI unit of magnetic field strength and Gauss is the CGS unit. So here we are dealing with SI system. So we are using the value of mu naught upon 4 pi equal to 10 raised to minus 7, and that is also there in the SI system only. All right, students. So if anybody is having a doubt till this question, can ask. Yes. All right, so I assume that you have already understood it. Okay, now let me move on to question number 3. Okay. Question number 3 was a circular coil wire consisting 100 turns each of radius this much carries a current of this. What is the magnitude of magnetic field at the center of the coil? So what you've been told that there was a circular coil of wire which is consisting of 100 turns. So n is given to be 100. Each of radius 8 centimeter. That means you're given the radius to be equal to 8 centimeter. And carries a current of 0.40 ampere, right? So current is 0.40 ampere. And what do I need to do? I need to calculate the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center, right? So again, the same formula I'm going to use, that is mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi I. And if there are number of turns, then multiply with n divided by distance, where distance is 8 centimeters. So we can go ahead with it. Now all that I need to do is I just need to substitute the values. The radius is given to be in centimeter, that you will have to convert into meter. Radius को convert करना पड़ेगा, but do not get into a hurry of wearing such kind of shoes, because they may give rise to some sort of. Okay, so you can just substitute the values and you can just find it out. So I don't think there is anything difficult about it. So you substitute n equal to 100, radius 8 centimeter. You need to do the conversion into SI system. It will be 8 into 10 raised to the power minus 2. Current is already in SI system, so we need not do any further conversion. All right. Okay, now let me, if anybody is having a doubt here, can ask. Otherwise, I just take it up further. स्टूडेंट्स वैसे कोशिश कीजिए एज लॉन्ग एज इट इज पॉसिबल, तो आप लोग बोल के बता दीजिए अगर कुछ नहीं समझ आ रहा है. अदरवाइज I'll keep on moving further. Okay, now come to question 4. Current, an element of this much is placed in origin. Okay. Yes. So a current element this much placed at origin carries a current this, as shown in figure. What is the magnetic field on the y-axis at the distance of 0.5 meter, where delta x is given to be 1 centimeter. Now, okay, so some students are entering at this point of time. Okay. So see students, so we have question number 4, which states that the current element of this much, you are given the value of length. It is given to be delta L equals to delta X I cap, right? See students, you're given a straight current carrying conductor and a small part of that has been taken. So it was like this, and this small part has been considered, whose magnetic field we are going to calculate, and its length is given to be delta X. And on this axis, there is some point P, whose distance is given to be 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 meter. Okay, so what do we need to find is what is the magnitude of magnetic field on the y-axis at a distance of 0.5 meter, right? And delta x is given to be 1 centimeter. So students, this one is actually will have to make use of Bardsey's law and no, sorry, not yes, Bardsey's law. And using that, we will be able to find out the magnetic field. What do we know? The small value of magnetic field is given by mu naught upon 4 pi. I'm going to write as per the Bardsey's law. It is IDL sine theta upon r square, right? So students, see, the value of current has already been given. The value of small length, that has also been given. डेल्टा एल की वैल्यू जो है या डेल्टा एक्स की जो वैल्यू है वो आपको बताई हुई है. दैट डेल्टा एक्स वाज इक्वल टू 1 सेंटीमीटर. तो डेल्टा एक्स आपको पता है, करंट आपको पता है, लेंथ ऑफ द करंट एलिमेंट यहाँ पे क्या है, दैट इज डेल्टा एक्स, वो भी आपको पता है. साइन ऑफ थीटा, थीटा यहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा है कि परपेंडिकुलर है लाइन. Theta will be 90 degrees and the value will be for radius. Value will be only for the value of radius you can substitute, and ultimately you get to know what is the magnetic field, right? Okay, now come to question number 5. Okay, if anybody is having a doubt in question 4 can ask. This one was question number 4. If someone is having a doubt in this, you can ask. If you want to ask something, feel free to unmute yourself and speak it up. Okay, then I'm assuming that you all have understood it. Here it was only a kind of substitution question. Okay. The next is question number 5. We say two concentric circular coils x and y radius, this and this respectively, lie in the same vertical plane containing the north and south direction. The coil x has 20 turns and carries current 16 ampere. The coil y has 25 turns and carries a current of 18 ampere. The sense of the current and the x is anti-clockwise and the clockwise in y for the observer who is looking at the coils facing the west. Students, this one is actually NCERT exercise question, question number 5. So there are two concentric coils. One is this, suppose other is this, right? These two are concentric, their center is common. And what I've been told that their radii are 16 and 10 centimeter. So what you've been told that they are in the same vertical plane containing the north and south direction. So here north and south direction doesn't make any difference. So first coil has got 20 turns. One was x is 16 centimeter and y is 10. So this one is having 16 centimeter radius and the inner one is having 10 centimeter radius. Right, I need to find now the direction of current is also given to be different. In x it is anti-clockwise and in y it is clockwise. So question is, for an observer looking at the coil facing west, give the magnitude and direction of the magnetic field due to the coils at this time. Now see students, if the direction of current in one of the coils is anti-clockwise and in another coil is clockwise, so I do not think it will work out. Unless I consider this point that the direction of current is opposite. So obviously their magnetic fields are also going to be in the opposite directions. So I need to find out the magnetic field of each one of them, and after that I find out the resultant field. Now for one of the coils, if the magnetic field will be in this direction, for the other coil it will be in the opposite direction. So what I need to do is I need to find out the magnetic field of each one of them, and after that I need to subtract them, right? So let me check what is the direction of current in each one of them. All right, so if somebody is having a network issue, do not worry. I'm just recording this session and after that I'll upload it. Don't worry. Okay, so X has got 20 turns and carries a current of 16 ampere. Actually, its question statement is quite long, so it's taking quite a lot of time for the, for drawing the required information from here. The coil X has got 20 turns and carries a current of 16 amperes. So whichever is having a 16 centimeter, that one is carrying a current of, X1 was having radius of 16 centimeter and it is carrying 20 turns and it is carrying a current of 16 ampere as well, right? This is what it is. And the other one, that one has got 25 turns. This one was, the other one was having 25 turns. So it is carrying a current of 18 ampere, right? So what do I need to do? I need to find out the magnetic field of each one of them and which formula I'll be using. For the first one, it will be like this: mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi Ni upon R. So here current will be of the first, radius will be of first, number of turns will be of first, and accordingly magnetic field will also turn out to be for the first coil. So if I assume this one to be the first coil, I'll just substitute R equal to 16 centimeter into 10 minus 2. N1 will be substituted to be 20 and the current will be substituted to be 16 ampere. And the same way we can find out the magnetic field for the second coil also. I substitute all the values and find out what is the magnetic field, and after that I just subtract them. दोनों को subtract करना है students. Now what do I need to see? इन दोनों में से magnetic field ज्यादा किसका होगा? That I need to check. वैसे तो आप जब कैलकुलेशन कर लोगे तो आपको पता लग ही जाएगा वहां से. तो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड जिसका ज्यादा है उसी की डायरेक्शन में नेट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड आएगा. जब दो वेक्टर ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में होते हैं, देन द रिजल्टेंट इज लार्जर माइनस स्मॉलर. सो दैट इज द थिंग. स्टूडेंट्स, मेरे ख्याल से जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, 7, 8 है, दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस ओनली विच आई हैव टेकन अप इन सेशन 4.3. जो आपका रिकॉर्डेड सेशन था 4.3, मेरे ख्याल से उसमें ये तीनों क्वेश्चंस हैं शायद. आई विल जस्ट रीचेक दैट, बट आई बिलीव कि ये तीनों क्वेश्चंस वहां पे डिस्कस हुए हैं. सो आई विल बी लीविंग देम फॉर द टाइम बीइंग. जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 तक मैं सॉल्व करके छोड़ दूंगी इसको. तो डायरेक्शन और मैग्नीट्यूड आपने नेट फील्ड का निकालना था. तो जो एक्स वाली कॉइल थी उसमें जो करंट था दैट वाज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. सो स्टूडेंट्स, एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. अब स्टूडेंट्स, जब कॉइल सर्कुलर होती है तो जो आपको क्लॉकवाइज दिखता है वो दूसरी साइड से एंटी क्लॉकवाइज दिखता है, तो आपको उसके लिए डायरेक्शन मेंशन करनी पड़ेगी. तो यहाँ पे क्या है? फॉर एन ऑब्जर्वर लुकिंग एट द कॉइल्स फेसिंग वेस्ट. अब स्टूडेंट्स, ये कॉइल्स जो है वो नॉर्थ साउथ डायरेक्शन में पड़ी हैं. यहाँ पे कोई ऑब्जर्वर है जो इनको वॉच कर रहा है और वो किस तरफ देख रहा है? वो वेस्ट की तरफ देख रहा है. तो वेस्ट इस तरफ हो गया, ईस्ट इस तरफ हो गया. नॉर्थ साउथ वाले प्लेन में कॉइल्स पड़ी हैं दोनों. तो आपको क्या बताया हुआ है कि जो एक्स है उसमें करंट जो है वो क्लॉकवाइज है. किसके लिए? इस ऑब्जर्वर के लिए. तो जब वो एक्स को देखता है तो उसको करंट क्या दिखता है? करंट उसको दिखता है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. तो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज करंट जो है उसके हिसाब से जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड होना चाहिए दैट शुड बी इन दिस डायरेक्शन. तो ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है एक्स का और दूसरी तरफ जो है वो है मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वाई का. तो भी आपने क्या करना है? बी एक्स और बी वाई दोनों की वैल्यू निकाल लीजिए, दोनों को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दीजिए और सब्ट्रैक्ट करने के बाद आपने क्या देखना है? जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ज्यादा वाला था उसी की डायरेक्शन में रिजल्टेंट आएगा। अगर एक्स वाला ज्यादा निकला तो एक्स की डायरेक्शन में फील्ड होगा रिजल्टेंट, अगर वाई का ज्यादा है तो वाई की डायरेक्शन में निकलेगा। ठीक है, ऑलराइट। सो इफ एनीबडी इज हैविंग अ डाउट कैन आस्क। स्टूडेंट्स, मैं कैलकुलेशन नहीं कर रही हूँ, सब्स्टिट्यूशन आपको पता है, यहाँ पे सारे जो नोन क्वांटिटीज हैं उनकी आपने सब्स्टिट्यूशन कर देनी है एंड उसके बाद दोनों को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देना। सो इट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट। So if somebody is having a doubt in this question number 5, you can ask. जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, 7, 8 है दैट आई एम लीविंग, सो वो आपके जो सेशन 4.3 में वो सॉल्व किए हुए हैं, सो आई एम जस्ट नॉट गोइंग टू डिस्कस देम। यस, इफ एनीबडी इज हैविंग अ डाउट कैन आस्क। Okay students, so if you are not having any doubt, so I'm going to just cover it up. Okay, so you're not having a doubt. Okay. All right students, so then I'm going to end it up. Thank you.